It's very unfortunate. Most people have no idea where they're at or if they're even on track with their retirement. I remember being a corporate executive, you're kind of focused on the day-to-day operations, the business, making sure you hit your goals, your budgets. Are you in line with your executive summary? Those types of things. Those are the things that you're thinking on a day-by-day basis. You're not necessarily concentrating on your retirement. So this is where you go to a financial planner or financial advisor, and normally you sit down with them, and they'll give you a general plan, right? You'll normally have some kind of portfolio, make kind of understand your risk, and see where you're at in your retirement goals, but not necessarily driving in to figure out if you're doing the right steps to get there. I mean, obviously, there's a lot there, but what we wanted to do was simplify it. So we developed a calculator, really cool calculator. I'm going to show it to you that will kind of reverse engineer it. So, where do you stand today, and what do you want your life to be like when you retire? Again, retirement isn't a one size fits all, but we're here to kind of try and help you navigate it. Like, what steps are you doing today? Where are you? And are you on track to get to where you want to go? So let's just kind of just dive right in and get into our calculator. All right, here we go. We're going to jump right into the actual calculator. As you can see, it's relatively self-explanatory. There's going to be some inputs where you're going to have to put your information in, and we're going to be able to tweak it to, again, see what the desired results will be. And honestly, you're going to be able to adjust this to make it just what your desired life you want it to look like. So, okay, let's just go ahead and jump in. I will just do each one of these. Some of these are going to be pre-filled as well, which is pretty cool and make it a little bit faster if you put the information in. But again, self-explanatory. So first, current annual income, and let's just assume 100,000. Um, what is the yearly desired income at my retirement age? So this is the part where what do I want my life to look like? To say again, I would start with current cost of living. What is my current cost of living? And then kind of work backwards, add in more. How many times do you guys want to go out to eat, or do you guys want to travel the world? Are there charitable donations you guys want to make to specific causes that are interesting and intriguing to you? So there's, again, this is kind of where you're designing your life. And then what monetary is that going to look like? So okay, I'll just put some numbers in. I'm just going to say 150,000. Next is my current retirement balance. I'm just going to put in 175,000. What is my annual savings off of my current income? So I will put 15% here. Well, let me just put 10% for now. My pre-retirement return. So what does my current return profile look like? I will just go off of, I'm just going to go off of this. I'm using this Vanguard information from Vanguard, and it says the last 10 years trailing annualized return of a 60/40. And I'm just using 60/40. Is typically the most popular portfolio mix in the United States. I'm just going to use this as just a reference. So 6.9% over the past decade. So I'm just going to use that as a starting point. 6.9 post retirement return. So the return you're going to get on the money after you retire. I'm just going to leave it the same. 6.9. Your current wage inflation. So obviously wages go up year over year. So we just got this. These two numbers are pre-built, and these are average compounded inflationary rates over the last 10 years and can be adjusted. You can adjust it by up and down on the arrow key, or just punch it in a new number. But I'll just leave them the same. And our current age, I'm going to lie here a bit, just for all intensive purposes. I'm just going to say I'm 39 years old. And I want a retirement age of 55. I want to retire at 55. So this is going to be pre-populated as well, which is, again, adjustable. But just your life expectancy, and again, average life expectancy in the United States right now is 77.4 years. So we'll leave it there. And for the most part, that's it. Now we're just going to hit this calculate button. And then right below that, we're going to see a bunch of information. So first is the plan sustainable. And then based off of the current inputs that I put in, it's not sustainable. It gives me, based off of my current rate, based off of the percentage I'm saving off of my current annual income and my current return profile, it basically says I'm going to run out of money at age 58, and it's recommending, if nothing changes up there, it's recommending that I am going to have to work till I'm 7 years old. So if we scroll down a bit more, we can see there's a different button, so I can recalculate this whole thing to assume that I retire at age 70. I'm not going to do that. It basically just shows you your money, your income, and then your withdrawal rate. And obviously, you can see by age 58, the withdrawal rate, my ending balance is pretty much wiped out. So not a good plan here. Down here, you're going to have sort of like an amortization table, but basically your annual income, your starting balance, your ending balance. So this is the balance that we started with, that I put in, my estimated earnings off of the current percentage that I have, estimated annual savings. So, right, I'm taking out 10% from my yearly income. And obviously with inflation, you can see these are inflationary numbers. With inflation, it goes up each year. And so does my ending balance. If I scroll down, I can see this basically tells me the yellow basically means that I'm withdrawing more than I'm earning, and the pink tells me when I am going to run out. So basically, at age 15, I'm going to run out of capital. Now I can make some adjustments here. So let's just say I can adjust my yearly desired income. I probably wouldn't touch this. Okay, again, this is your outcome of what you want. So I would say, okay, what can I do to get there? Maybe I can go to 12%. And instead of having a pre-retirement return, right, let me increase my return profile. And so instead of having a 60-40 portfolio, again, this is something where we can help with, literally. We could actually put this in debt and then earn anywhere between 10 and 12%, depending on the total amount of money that gets put in. Now I'm going to adjust this to my 12%, and this is on debt, right? This is literally the 40% of your 60-40 portfolio, which is typically safer. And I'm going to earn almost double the return that I was making on a 60-40 portfolio. So let me go back and calculate the return. So it's going to recalculate the return. It's still unstable, but I have an earlier retirement age because it was 77. And it does say I'm going to run out of money at 63 years. So, but you can now see it took me longer. And the other thing you got to take into consideration too is that there's some inflationary numbers here. So $150,000 today, based off inflationary measures, is theoretically $256,000 by the time you look to retire. So if my retirement age is 55, inflationary measures are going to be 256,000. So I can adjust that. So instead of retiring at age 55, maybe I will push it out to 60, calculate my return. It still is going to be unstable, but now I'm running out of money at age 73. So you can see it's being pushed back over and over, depending on my criteria. So again, maybe I should have changed this. Let's just say you leave it in debt after retirement. I can maybe say, okay, I'm going to go 13%. And this probably should have taken me over, recalculated, and now I see it's sustainable. I'm never going to run out of money, and I can have a recommended retirement age of age 60. And I might, depending on the numbers, I might be able to retire earlier. Nope. Okay, now at 59, I can retire and still be able to have enough money. So at age 59, I'll start to withdraw, and I'll still have enough money to sustain me until I expect to leave this wonderful earth. So pretty cool. And again, it allows you to kind of play around with the numbers so that you can honestly get to where your desired results will be.